Hello, everyone, and we got some huge Bitcoin news for you and crypto news. It looks like the ETF has been accepted, but subtly. They haven't told us yet, but they told the bigwigs. How do we know? Google has updated its policy specifically to allow advertising on the Bitcoin ETFs. And it's right here. In a subtle yet significant move, Google has quietly adjusted its crypto ad guidelines from no crypto ads at all or some scammy ads to, yes, you can actually advertise exchange traded funds. Oh, what a coincidence, people. And this begins on January 29th. I wonder why that is. So no, we're probably not going to get a Bitcoin ETF tomorrow, but we are going to get one sometime in January, and Google is preparing for that because they want those ad dollars. They know that the cabal, BlackRock, Fidelity, ARK Invest, and others like 21 Trade and Grayscale are going to want to advertise their ETF to beat out the competition. That means more money for me, of course, because they want to advertise those ETFs on crypto channels. So you'll be seeing some of them on my channel, not by me, of course, but by Google itself. Of course, the development marks a notable shift from Google's historically cautious stance towards cryptocurrency-related advertisements. But they're not all that cautious when it comes to money. They want that money, and they know there's going to be lots of it coming to advertise crypto ETFs. The company had previously imposed embargoes on all manner of crypto ads, citing concerns about potential fraud. Although, I have to say, people have been complaining about those fraud Brad Garlinghouse ads on videos. However, I like for you guys to understand that's not my fault. I don't decide what ads go on my videos. Google determines that, and they're the ones that are responsible for filtering their ads. I don't really get to decide that at all. I have no say in that. So the updated guidelines specifically address Google financial products that enable investors to trade shares and trusts holding substantial amounts of digital currency. Obviously, that's the ETF, and this is from NASDAQ.com. I don't think this would come about because of no reason. They're obviously preparing for the ETF, so maybe, just maybe, Google already knows there's an agreement to be made. And obviously, that can be believed because Grayscale, BlackRock, Fidelity, ARK Invest, 21 Funds, Franklin Templeton, and others have all been meeting constantly with the almighty SEC and Gary Gensler to work out the details of a Bitcoin ETF. So this is not a coincidence, people. I think a deal has been made behind the scenes. Google knows about it. They tried to sneak this policy around it. So bam! We caught him. We caught him in the act, and now we know that as well. Now, what will be the effect of this? Oh, by the way, it has actually been reported that Grayscale has hired extra ninjas to manage this upcoming ETF. And by ninjas, I mean agents. They have hired extra agents to manage this ETF. But bam, we caught him. We caught Google changing their policies. And yes, I don't think there's any way to deny it. It is coming. What will be the effect of this ETF? I think right after the ETF, there might be a small sell-off because of buy the rumor, sell the news. But remember, like I've said, this ETF will get people to actually be buying Bitcoin to actually support their ETF. So there's actual real physical buy pressure on this ETF acceptance. So the downward spiral should not last very long. It might retrace from let's say 50K to 40K. I think that's very possible. But retracing down to 13, 12, 10K, I think that's completely out of the question. Unfortunately, we have to sing at some taps for, Crypto Savvy, El Capo, Data Dash, and those people who thought it was going to go down to 10K and 12K. That's obviously not happening, but 50 to 40K is definitely possible at that point. But after that, it will slowly go up as buying pressure increases. Now, some of you might be like, well, wouldn't there be buying pressure right away? But you guys forget, you can actually use you can use ETFs to actually short cryptos as well. So they can short the ETF, and that'll have a stabilizing effect eventually on the market. But at first, it is going to pump. Gold pumped pretty hard in the years following the ETF, and I believe Bitcoin will probably do the same, but in a more condensed time period, definitely. So I do definitely think that it will go up, but there might be a dump at first, and that'll flush some people out. But the smart ones, I think, will stay in and they'll make a lot of money afterwards. Oh, Google thought they were being tricky, trying to insert a subtle change of their policy, but bam, we caught it. And there's nothing they can do to deny it now because we know the truth. El Salvador has gotten a volcano fund approval. Yeah, this is kind of weird, but it's not really if you think about it. They were talking about mining Bitcoins from their volcano power a while ago, and now they can sell bonds off of it and funds off of it. Obviously, they want to sell shares of it to raise money for their country, maybe to buy more Bitcoin or maybe just to build their country's infrastructure. I don't know if I would buy an El Salvador volcano fund. What if the volcano blows up and destroys the entire mining platform? What if it just like explodes? I guess they would have seismographs to make sure that doesn't actually happen, but it sounds a little bit funny to me. And you know what? I'm not going to say it's a bad investment because it could be a very good investment, but I don't think I'm going to go all in on a volcano mining fund. But hey, congratulations, El Salvador. You know, the guy, Bakuli, is probably going to win president again. I mean, they had to change the constitution so he could actually serve 2 consecutive terms because in El Salvador, you're not allowed to do that. But I do think he is going to win again. His VP is actually running the show right now because he's actually stepped down temporarily to run his campaign. I didn't know you could actually do that, but El Salvador is obviously different from the United States. And the legislature did actually allow him to do that. He is in the black with Bitcoin, and they're probably going to make more investments into Bitcoin because of that. So El Salvador's volcano fund is active. There might be a new gaming gem in town. And, you know, some of you might have thought that Binance was done listing coins because obviously they have a lot of legal trouble and they're going to be super supervised by the DOJ. So they might not want to list any extravagant coins. But no, it looks like Binance is going to carry on as usual. The coin they're going to list is called ACE, and it is a gaming coin. It's a launch pool project, but there is actually a company that's doing a AAA game with ACE as the token, and you will be able to stake, I think, BNB and FDUSD in the next 5 days, starting on December 13th, to actually earn this token. December 13th is a Wednesday, but let me remind you that Binance is not located in the United States. It's UTC time, so their day starts 8 hours ahead of our time. They live in the future, in other words. So Binance added Fusionist as its 40th launch pool project, a noteworthy addition. Endurance, a decentralized blockchain network hosting Fusionist, a much anticipated Web3 AAA game. So this is a big funded game. It will use ACE as its currency. This is from CryptoRank.io. And of course, starting on the 13th, users can stake BNB and FDUSD in separate pools for 5 days to earn ACE tokens. You might be able to stake BNB and FDUSD in 2 separate pools and earn more. I'm not really sure about that. You should probably have to read the Binance website to do that. Obviously, Binance is not available in the United States, so you will not be able to do so in the United States. It's very sad for US people that were locked out of these opportunities. So on December 18th, Binance will provisionally list ACE. The trade will start with ACE USDT, ACE FDUSD, ACE BTC, ACE BNB, and ACE TRY. The launch pool token ACE has a total supply of 147 million tokens, but this is a token that a AAA game is going to be using, so it's kind of something exciting for the gaming industry, because I don't think we've ever actually had this before, where a AAA game is going to use a cryptocurrency. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean the game is actually going to be popular. On another note, there seems to be an attack on crypto games overall, as basically Gods Unchained was bumped up to a mature rating in the Epic Games Store. Why? Not because it had GTA-like violence, but because it included crypto. So basically they're saying that you have to be mature to transact in crypto transactions. I think that's a whole lot of BS. Like League of Legends, you have to buy Riot points to get skins, which is the same thing as, paying money for skins, but it's not rated M. So this is definitely an attack on crypto. I don't know who's behind this. Might be Elizabeth Warren, might be Brad Sherman, might be other people. Who knows? But they are definitely attacking crypto games in different ways. And obviously, that's no good. And on a side note, Bonk has flipped Pepe. Pepe got a lot of hype, but the hype has died and has come down. And Bonk and Snack are the hot new coins. Bonk is on Solana. Solana's bigger than Cardano right now. And the Solana ecosystem's growing. So Bonk is growing and has flipped Pepe in market cap. Last time I checked, it was like number 78 and still rising. Obviously, if you have Bonk, you might be thinking, maybe it's time to sell at this point. Because remember, these are meme coins. They're not like dominate the world coins. They will come down sooner or later. Make no mistake. They will indeed come down sooner or later. They're not gonna stay super high forever. That's just not a thing. But however, you can make some money off of them. Just remember to cash out in time. Don't try to hold on them forever because that won't end well for you. After you made 10x from them or something, sell out half, get your profits, and make sure you don't lose everything. But Bonk has actually flipped Pepe, and it is, I guess, the new in vogue meme coin. Do I think it's going to surpass Doge or Sheep? No, probably not. But at least, it's made a name for itself. Hopefully, Snek is next, because Snek is pretty cool. So that's the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe, hit that bell notifications button. Thank you, and have a nice day.